What, in your understanding, is Africa Day and its significance within African communities?
It's the culture, it's the traditions, it's the colors, it's the warmth, it's the animals, it's the resources that we have, it's the melanin and the beauty of the people of Africa, the diverse languages, the food. Oh my goodness, the food. Nowhere better. And yeah. But on a deeper level, it's a reminder of what we do have: the oceans, the gemstones, the oil, the gas. We have everything. God has given us everything. So maybe what Africa Day should remind us is how blessed we are, how favored we are by the God Almighty, and how we should do better.
I'm not too sure what Africa Day is, but, to my understanding, Africa is, just celebrating your culture, your heritage, your roots, being a proud African, me being South African, me being closer, it would be, celebrating my culture, me knowing where I come from both sides of the family, both sides of the spectrum, and I could tell you my whole family tree, my forefathers, so that's what I appreciate about being African, just, being the original black people and growing up in that environment. And, I can always leave but come back to a place where I know is home on both sides.
So Africa Day, celebrated on the 25th of May annually, I think is basically a celebration of African diversity, reflecting on everything that Africans have been through, but also considering the great potential that Africa has, which incorporates culture, art, diversity, resources, all of these things. I think, Africa Day is just a celebration of all of these things and keeping in mind the great potential and the great role that Africa has played on the world at large, affecting the world at large.
Good morning. What is Africa Day? For somebody that lives in the diaspora, I don't really understand the full context of Africa Day, but to what I believe is celebrating all African nations, celebrating culture, history, and food and everything else. That's what I take from it. So yeah, that's what I know about Africa Day.
So in terms of Africa Day, I've heard about it, but I don't know what it means. I think it's supposed to mean like unity amongst Africans, but I don't know what we're describing as unity. I don't know what we're supposed to celebrate. I don't know what's supposed to bring us together. But yeah, it's not anything I think too many people are clued upon. So yeah, I actually have zero idea of what Africa Day is.
Africa Day, what does it mean to me? Africa Day, of course, we know the AU, before that, the OAU, they celebrate Africa Day this month. And the whole idea behind it, and how I see it, is about unity. It's about African unity. I really wish that we would embrace that, because truly, if we were to come together as Africans, we would soar to great heights. So really, that's what it means to me. The essence of African Day is the togetherness, us coming together as one, putting aside our differences and working together, for the better of our fellow man. So let us embrace that notion and let us truly become one African, one family.
Happy Africa Day to everyone of African descent. the question is, what do I understand about Africa Day? What I understand is it's a day that was commemorated or put together by a bunch of individuals who ideated revolutions when they were teenagers or in their 20s and executed on that idea, leaving the continent worse than what it was. Some generations after them have made it even worse, and some have made it even better. But to those who have made it, good on you. To those who are struggling because of the decisions made by those people, have hope. It will be better someday, but most likely if you leave. Have a great day.
Hello, my name is Ashley, and this is my understanding of Africa Day for Uncle Sotemba's project. My understanding of Africa Day, without doing any research, is that it's a holiday. I believe it's celebrated on the 25th of May, and it is a holiday that is meant to celebrate Africa as an entire continent. It's meant to celebrate all nations within Africa, and I believe it's was created to promote Pan-Africanism and unity and oneness of all African nations, given the history and context of all the things that have taken place to African nations, regardless of the differences in culture. I believe that Africa Day is a holiday that's used to promote the oneness of Africans as a whole, to embrace the beauties of the differences between the countries while also shining light on the similarities.
To me, Africa Day is about celebrating the uniqueness of Africa. I think there is a misconception out there that Africa is really one thing, that it's the same across the continent, that it's really one country. When there are so many countries within the continent, so many tribes, so many cultures, so many languages, and really every corner of the continent is so unique in its own way. And I think Africa Day gives us an opportunity to celebrate that and to celebrate the parts of Africa that I think are often missed in conversations about Africa, and some of the negative perceptions that I think are out there about our continent.